since we hung. So go low, go slow, roll like a polo. Up and down the like you're glowing up a yo-yo. Go low, go slow, roll like a polo. Up and down the like you're glowing up a yo-yo.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by Shaquille O'Neal. Kenny the Jet Smith, thanks for tuning in. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Chicago Bulls. For Chicago, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. So last year we saw Jimmy Butler take a giant leap forward with the Bulls while Derrick Rose was out. So Kenny, who's the number one guy on that team right now?
Oof, number one option, that's tough because Rose was injured before he was the MVP. So, obviously he put the team on his shoulders. So you would think if he can get close to that form.
The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. The Chicago Bulls here to defend the home court, playing host to the Western Conference. Now Golden State's starting five. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots, and it's Barnes in at the three, the small forward.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Now Rose, after the missed three from Stephen Curry. Rose dishes to Gibson. Back to Rose. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Curry. Curry with another miss. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Rose against Curry. And it's Rose penetrating. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Rose has got 6.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
Offensive rebound. Green kicks to Thompson. Knocks down the three ball.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
Bulls have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Rose against Thompson. Here's Gasol. Again, Chicago.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
On its way from Curry for 2. Rebound by the Bulls.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Really left alone that time. And it's 9 points for Rose.
Impressive start here. That's 5 straight makes to start the game.
Gasol with the steal. Rose with the ball. Bogut picks him up. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. Curry wide open. Rebound by Rose. So many people overlooked Pau Gasol prior to last season. Seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
Here's Curry following the score by Derrick Rose. Green, the pass to Bogut. Curry outside, and good on the basket. Book it.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts. And with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on.
And it's Butler missing.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Curry's shot is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact.
Now, here's Thompson after the miss from Pau Gasol. The shot by Curry, no good.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Great open look there. 14 points for Rose.
Well, he's in a groove right now. The touch is flowing. 6 of 6 from the field.
And it looks like he's having one of those games, guys. He's starting to feel it. That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Gasol attacking. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen. A double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
So, Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Mike Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. Bulls made the postseason for the 10th time in their last 11 seasons. Last year, they have become a fixture, Greg, in the playoffs in the East.
And how about last season, Kevin, had that interdivision matchup in their first round against up-and-coming Bucks. Some hiccups for them in that series, but they were able to prevail.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for the Bulls. Warriors trail by 8. Spates sets a screen. Livingston kicks to Green. 1:03 left to play in the first. Spates dishes to Green. The three. And the shot is good. Green's got 5.
Boy, in that playoff series against the Bucks, the Bulls looked like they were primed for an upset as they started slowly. Eventually pulled it together and came in as the underdogs against the Cavs. Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out.
And another 3 for Golden State.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Up the floor, Iguodala, the pass to Spates. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. And it's good. Brooks has got his first points in this one.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Livingston kicks to Spates. Misses from short range.
Those are chances.
Oh, he hits it. How about that shot?
Big time, big time.
Incredible. And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that
it's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Portis is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then there's Dunleavy, and it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set. And, you know, know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Chicago making a switch here. Butler's checked in. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his selflessness that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
Here's Barnes. Some solid defense from Gasol.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough. Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Curry, and that one's good. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Iguodala dishes to Barnes. Curry kicks to Ezeli. It's good. This game is all even.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back, late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down actually last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws. A testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
From deep. Warriors with the rebound.
There are going to be times, I think, when it's okay to take a shot like that, but not on that possession.
Well, when would the times be, partner? Well, I'll get back to you later. The only excuse for a shot like that is if you're trying to beat the buzzer. That's the only time you can justify it.
And it's Butler missing.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroke. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And there's the foul. Goes on Taj Gibson. And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Barnes. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
I didn't see that miss coming. He's usually been money from that range.
Clark kicks to Bogut. Now Rush. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Rose. No good off the back of the rim.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Another 3 for Golden State.
You know, basketball can be a thing of beauty, and the Warriors show just how gorgeous ball movement can be last year. Every possession looked like a well-orchestrated concert. It was incredibly fun to watch. Not so much fun, probably, to coach against.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Gasol. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display. Players caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Right wing. Mirotic has a wide open look. And again, Chicago, no good. Well, the Warriors did zip the ball around very well last year, Clark. They led the league, as Greg was just talking about, led the league in assists per game. It wasn't even close. Over 27 assists per game as a team.
Yeah, 28 times they had 30 or more assists. In 2014, the team that led in that category was the Spurs. They did it only 16 times.
Wow. The drive by Brooks. Again, the miss by Brooks.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics.
Dishes at Denoa. Back to Brooks. McDermott with the screen for Brooks. Top of the key, Butler. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. 3-on-3. The 11-footer bounces high off the rim and drops. And the Warriors lead by 14.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken, Clark, fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. Warriors leading by 12. Here's Livingston. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter. Brooks outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That free throw, no good.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the stripe, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also...
And that concludes the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Golden State's first quarter could have gone much better. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark. And that's going to do it for now, as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the 3rd and 4th quarters. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
3rd quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the small forward position. And here's Green outside. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up. This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Butler. Soft touch off the glass.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
Warriors leading by 10. Outside Curry. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 10 points.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Rose double-teamed. Gasol kicks to Butler. The dish to Gibson. Just his first attempt. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Up and in on every one of their first 3 shots to start the second half.
Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. It's Curry outside, and it's Dunleavy with the rebound. Dunleavy's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad. Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Here's Curry. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter. Bulls trail by 13. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Warriors leading by 10. Thompson outside. Bogut kicks to Curry. From deep, an absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Warriors.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Well, he hit that shot, Kevin, from the suburbs. What a shot.
You got to have some guts to let it fly from that far beyond the arc.
And the wide open shot from Rose. And the Bulls with another miss. Warriors have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
So Chicago ends up going with a new group. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Moore passes to McDermott. And the Bulls get it back. Here's Mirotic. That one's off, still out of sync.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
Chicago timeout call.
Chicago calls timeout.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
And the Warriors making a change here. Azili's checked in. Mirotic dishes to McDermott. Moore outside. Pass to Mirotic. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more, Clark, assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
Brooks with no one around. A three-pointer is right on target. Brooks has got 5 points so far.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Bulls trail by 14. Deflects the pass. In the corner, it's McDermott. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Azili's got 4 rebounds in this game. Barbosa gets the bucket.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
Brooks kicks it to Noah. Lots of room. No luck.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Warriors shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for the Bulls.
Free throw drops for Barbosa. Some changes for Chicago. Portis, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Ejuan Moore. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Ian Clark comes in for Sean Livingston. Here's Brooks. 5 points in the game. The Warriors pull it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Well, through 3 quarters. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. And Chicago has possession. Portis is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Rose. And it's Holiday in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Rose can't get that one to fall. Barnes kicks to Green. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Gasol's shot is good. 1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Shot on the wing. Kicks to Bogut. Thompson for 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Rose, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Chicago making some changes. Gibson comes in for Portis, and Dunleavy's subbed in for Justin Holiday. Rose passes to Butler. Gibson dishes to Rose. To the right side. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Rose. And that's now 10 points for Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a 2nd-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten
啊未啊？魚要精人洗啊，話俾佢知啊！
魚要精做洗啊！
你叫我啊？
Bulls trail by 13.
死啦！冇買菜咩？
冇喎，唔記得喎，話買菜。